Are you prepared to meet the most wholesome and financially secure version of yourself this year? Due to the unfortunate fact that so many people lack basic financial literacy, this video will outline the fundamentals of personal finance for beginners. People abandon this expertise due to lack of funds, misunderstandings, or insufficient education. While many people now have to live paycheck to paycheck because they don't have enough savings, adequate retirement plans, a few debts here and there, or all of the above. But the good news is that you can now watch and learn from a ton of useful personal finance videos online to assist you in attaining a better personal financial status. Therefore, watch this video television because we will introduce to you the 5 personal finance fundamentals that you need to know to get started on your journey to financial freedom. If you don't want to be one of those people who suffer due to lack of financial knowledge, or if you just want to stop being one of them, watch this video television. But before we get into that, I just want to say a quick hi and welcome you guys to Blue Collar Investing, personal finance and investing for the average Joe. Discover the path to success in the world of finance and learn how you're gonna make it even with your own 9-to-5 job. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up before we proceed to the video. When you enter the financial world, there are just so many things to comprehend and keep in mind, right? Therefore, you should start learning these 5 personal finance fundamentals to avoid getting overwhelmed as you start your road towards a financially stable existence with extreme financial freedom. First on the list of these personal finance basics is establishing a solid emergency fund. Life has a way of putting us in situations for which we are unprepared, particularly in terms of money. But when things start to go wrong, there is always a way to save yourself. And the way to do it is to have a sizable emergency fund. If you have an emergency fund, you will always have a way to cover costs associated with repairs and unexpected unemployment. Your emergency fund should be enough to pay 3 to 6 months worth of emergency costs when a natural disaster strikes your house, including any anticipated medical emergency fees. Now, in this way, you can escape a nasty financial situation without having to touch your savings or other investments. Now, second, making a budget and tracking your expenses. The adage that money is difficult to come by but simple to lose is true. Keeping track of your spending and budget on a regular basis is a wonderful approach to identify your spending habits and determine the best course of action for enhancing your financial status and finally, achieving financial freedom. Budgeting and monitoring can begin with something as easy as jotting down a breakdown of your daily expenses and categorizing them to determine what is unneeded and what should be prioritized. The secret to having complete financial control is this behavior. These days, you can easily do this by using an Excel spreadsheet to show your daily expenses and determine whether you are properly spending your money by putting your needs ahead of your wife's. Good money management, demonstrated by regularly keeping track of your expenses and having a clear budget, will also steer you clear of any kind of debt, because you won't need to borrow money from others to cover your bills if you have a clear budget in place. Now, number 3. Practicing various budgeting rules of thumb. Incorporating some of these general budgeting guidelines into your daily life will help you achieve financial security. The 50-30-20 rule, which instructs people to set aside 50% of their profit for all of their necessities, is the most often used budgeting maxim. They spend 30% on their wants and save the remaining 20%. Now, the 70-20-10 rule states that 70% of your income should be used for living expenses, 20% should go towards savings, and the final 10% should be used to pay off debt. When you have your profit in your hands, you must make intelligent financial decisions and plan where each dollar of your revenue will go. If you have already paid for everything you need to and purchased your basics, this is very crucial. So to avoid wasting this additional cash on impulsive purchases, develop a plan for where it will go. And the fourth personal finance basic you must know is to have separate accounts for every goal that you have in mind. It is best to set up a separate account for each objective and be adamant that it will be used for nothing else if you are having trouble saving money for all of your ambitions. Goals only. By doing this, you can be sure that there will always be a sizable sum set aside for each bank account assigned to one of your goals. Having different accounts for various purposes will also help you stay motivated to save money and stick to your goals because you will know that each account's balance is progressively increasing. Even if you are just starting in your profession or financial journey, this method is a great savings plan that you may adapt. All you need to do is practice discipline, maintain organization, and have faith that no matter how insignificant the sum you deposited to each account may appear to be, it has helped you become financially secure and move closer to realizing not just one objective, but all of your aspirations for your life. And the fifth and last personal finance basic you should know is using a tax financial calendar. With the help of this tax calendar, you will be able to keep track of all of your purchase receipts for organizing purposes in addition to tracking your costs. This calendar, which is always accessible through a variety of applications, or you can also construct one of your own by purely using online paper planners, also makes it easier to keep track of the dates when you need to pay your expenses. Now, it's a good idea to set aside a day each month to pay all of your bills in one go, rather than having their due dates scattered throughout the month. All of your monthly payments have been paid on time, and you won't have to worry about them again for a month. So, do you believe you are prepared to implement these 5 principles of personal finance in your life? Leave a comment down below and explain how you plan to achieve it. And there you have it, folks! If you enjoyed learning about the world of finance through this video, please hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment down below. Don't forget to also give us a thumbs up so we know how we're doing. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I will see you on the next video.